Hi friend, this is Brother Barnes, and I want to take you through a little density experiment that my classes and I did together last week, and I want to show you some of the analyses that I've done so far with Excel. And the main goal of this video, is to just kind of give you an overview of the experiment and then also to talk about a whisker plot and what the different values mean in the initial analysis that we did. Eventually, I would like to go over how to add charts, labels, and text, labels in the chart and text, and then eventually I would like to get into data analysis, maybe do a one variable statistical analysis. So stay tuned. I have some aspirations for this little experiment that I've been managing with my students. We took wooden blocks and measured them on a scale. This is mass in grams, and it might be nice if it said that, so that might be something we'll go back and fix later. We took the height, width, and depth of the roughly square or rectangular blocks to find the volume, and so I divided the mass by the volume to get the density. So this is the main interest that I have here, this data. Notice that it has lots of significant figures. This is the 10 a.m. class. This is the 6 p.m. class. And notice that when I started attempting to analyze this data, I kind of went down to a couple of sig figs. One of the reasons is that the scale measures, I believe, to the 10th or the 100th place, but when we measure with the rulers, we're going to the millimeter at best, 2 sig figs. So I kind of scaled this down. That's another topic that we need to cover, is changing the represented digits. That's kind of a deal in doing a report like this. So we'll add that in. We'll do a video on that one later. I did a box and whisker plot chart on the density of the wood, this data right here. Notice that the minimum value of 0.37 grams per cubic centimeter is at the bottom. Notice that the max value of 0.8 grams per cubic centimeter is the max value. In this little chart, 0.48 is the median, 0.51 is the third quartile, and 0.43 is the first quartile. 0.51 is the average of all the data. So one of the considerations that I had is that these two are big time outliers. I want to do the mathematical calculation with you on how to determine that idea. One book that I read said that if you know these are error, then take them out. Well, let's look and see how it looks. With those two outliers removed, this is basically how the graph looks. Let's move this around a little bit, maybe expand it a little bit. 0.37 is the min, 0.51 is the max, 0.46 median, 0.43 first quartile, 0.48 third, and 0.45 is the average. And I believe this is pine. Now, the reason that these are outliers is because I believe these are oak. So we say density of wood, this is okay, but this is more like density of pine wood or something like that. So stay tuned. Let's break this down. We may have 10 or 15 sheets by the time we're done. Let's go through this step by step and learn how to take basic data and do something with it and make it look nice. And I will say this is not a finished product at this point, but welcome. Keep coming back.